What's up, everybody? Thank you for clicking on this video. We are going to be talking about two sales that Goldin recently had on some superfractors of some of the young stars within the MLB. I'm interested to hear about your thoughts when it comes to these cards. Hit the like button if you enjoy the video. And if you are new, please hit subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Let's get right into it. So Goldin this week had some, like I said, pretty big sales of some superfractors. So we had the superfractor non-autograph Bowman Chrome prospect Wander Franco, and then the 2022 Topps update Julio Rodriguez superfractor 1/1 autograph. That sold for $57,000. The Wander Franco sold for $26,000. I think I've been saying this for a while that I thought that the superfractor autographs out of Topps Chrome should be more similarly priced to the Bowman Chrome superfractor autographs. Because I think the Topps Chrome and Bowman Chrome cards are two that we've seen sort of yo-yoing in terms of which one ends up becoming more valuable. I think the Topps Chrome is probably a lower print run than the regular flagship. So you're probably seeing a little bit more rare cards come out of Topps Chrome, like I said, than Topps flagship. These cards here, I mean, I think Shine owns the 1/1 Bowman Chrome Superfractor, and I think he brought it to a game before Wander Franco played and had him take a picture with it. I'm not sure if, it's interesting with Wander Franco because I'm not sure if he lost some of his luster when it came to people being excited about him being in the league. Julio Rodriguez, I mean, he's been the face of Topps marketing. He was on the cover of Series 1 this year. You know, they were doing the Julio, right? He was giving out packs at opening day. He's the face of Topps marketing, which I think is very smart for them to, latch onto a player. I think it can be maybe a little bit dangerous too, because it's if you're latching onto a rookie, you're kind of putting a lot of your eggs in a basket where maybe it doesn't pan out, but at the same time, maybe they're looking at it and saying, well, he's the top rookie right now, but there's going to be another top rookie in a year who we can then just use in our marketing then, and we can kind of just keep recycling the rookies. And I think that's smart. I hope that all of these players end up panning out. I hope really Julio Rodriguez, ends up panning out here. But just in my opinion, just in general, I think it's smart for Topps to use rookies in their marketing. I think it's because if they're not using Mike Trout, or they're not using honestly, if they're not using Mike Trout or Shohei Ohtani, I feel like the rookies are the players that people care the most about in general. They're the players that carry a lot of they're the players that carry a lot of the interest when it comes to new products. So, using Julio Rodriguez as the main marketing athlete, I guess, I think is smart. And I think that's probably why we saw the, $57,000 for this 1/1 Topps Chrome update, and why maybe, I don't know. I mean, I think Wander Franco, I'm gonna look at his stats really quick, because I think in his first few games, he came out of the gates pretty hot. Let's see. Oh, already been in the league this will be his third season. That's pretty crazy. I mean, not terrible, not the best. Hit 277 last year. Was third in the AL Rookie of the Year in his first year when he hit 288. Only played one game so far this season. But like I said, I think it always gets back to the conversation of the sports card people always want the new thing. So if you are buying and selling these players, I think it's smart to buy and sell the new rookies, not to really hitch your wagon to anybody who is in the limelight. I think if you're going to prospect and you want to maybe invest, and I use that term very loosely, if you want to buy into a player and hold him long-term, I think it's best to try to find those diamonds in the rough, because you're going to find a lot more you're probably going to boom or bust a lot differently with those players versus like if you hit your wagon to Julio Rodriguez, there's a chance that he turns into like, maybe he doesn't play, maybe he doesn't. I guess the upside for Julio Rodriguez is like he has to be the best player in the league for his prices to sustain where they're at. Like Wander Franco, number one prospect for so long. Like I think the opportunity to sell Wander Franco probably has already passed, unless he goes on to have like an MVP type season. To be completely honest, like Wander Franco, the opportunity I think where you could sell him at his peak, I think has sort of passed. Like I said, I think when it comes to prospecting, and this is maybe just my thought process, is you have a couple opportunities. You have when they get their first card. I think that's when they're going to be hot. You have when they're, for Wander Franco, when he became the number one overall prospect. He was then the number one overall prospect for a couple of years because he was in the minors for, I think, 2 or 3 years before he got to the majors. Once he gets called up to the majors, and then the off season after his rookie season, I think you have a little bit. But like the next opportunity for Wander Franco, he's really going to have to be like, he's going to have to turn into like a superstar for you to really see like a significant bump in his prices. Like if he's in like the home run derby or he's in the all-star game or, they maybe win the World Series or something, that's another probably opportunity. But like for the Rays, I don't necessarily know if that's going to happen. For Julio Rodriguez right now is probably a decent opportunity when he's like the face of Topps right now. So it's like now is an opportunity where if you want to sell some of his cards, maybe you bought at a pretty decent price and you can cash out half or something and you can make all the money back. And now you're kind of playing with house money. Maybe that's the way you want to go about it. Because the next opportunity is really going to have to be like, he's going to have to maybe win the MVP or something along those lines, or he's going to have to be in that conversation. So if you're looking to buy or sell any of these players, maybe even Wander Franco, there's an opportunity where if you want to buy some of his cards now, maybe you think he's going to have like a huge bounce back season. Maybe he hits 300. Maybe that's an opportunity for you to buy some of his cards when they may be down a little bit based on the last 2 seasons of his. He was another one of those players that was kind of caught up in the 2020, 2021 hysteria within sports cards where his cards shot up a super significant amount and then they came down. Unfortunately, just because he was, like I said, in the conversation for one of the best up-and-coming players when sports cards were becoming this like new pop culture relevant type of area for people to buy and investments and opportunities and all that kind of stuff. So, maybe Wander Franco's a player that you're buying now. Maybe Julio Rodriguez, you're expecting him to go on. I don't know exactly. I don't have all the answers. Let's I'll be completely honest here too. I think, when you are looking at prospecting or you're looking at prospects, even the people who are on ESPN who are paid millions and millions of dollars to have this information and should be the ones that should know, they get it wrong sometimes too. So I think that's kind of the other thing is like within sports cards, don't take anybody's word as like the gospel, as like they know they don't have all the answers, because like I said, people who are getting paid millions and millions of dollars, even people on sports teams that are getting paid, they don't have all the answers. So it's like I try and give my commentary on these types of players and give you maybe opportunities of when to buy and when to sell, but at the same time, like I'm not always right. So that's kind of my thoughts on these 2 players specifically. And like I said, these were 2 of the cards that I think are 2 of probably their most important cards as well that sold this past week.